Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and guess what? You're watching.
Funny old guys.
That's what we're doing. All right. Now, how do we get out of this mess? Oh, I forgot how to.
It's up to you.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm old. I'm old. Shut up. Son of a.
You're not going to have that excuse the rest of your life.
Anyway, this is Funny Old Guys, and it's a joke-a-thon, right? Before we start the joke-a-thon, I'd like to have you meet Dr. Fat Packer. Go for it, buddy.
Well, guten Tag, everybody. So nice to have you with us today. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. We got funny things.
And below me, in the fog of the day, is homeless Charlie in the alley. Say hello there, bud.
Hello there, friend.
Anyway, it's really foggy today there, Charlie. Holy crap. But anyway, we're going to have a joke-a-thon, joke after joke after joke, and we're starting right now with Dr. Fat Packer.
Danke. I got to go that way for you. Yeah. Listen, as the Comedy Thief says, we steal from everybody. So I want to steal from one of the best today. I have 3 Rodney Dangerfield jokes. I thought you'd like these. He says, I was so poor.
How poor was he?
My rich aunt died, and in the will, I owed her $20.
Holy crap.
I mean, the high school I went to, they asked the kid to prove the law of gravity. He threw the teacher out of the window.
Oh!
There you go. Oh, last week I told my kid, be honest, always be honest. When he said to me, all right, I'm not your kid.
Oh, mean. That's terrible.
Honesty. Oh, I tell you.
Almost, Charlie, it's your turn.
Well, I had a dog once, and my dog used to chase people on a bike a lot. And it got so bad, I had to take his bike away from him.
Oh!
Oh!
Well, guys, I've done it again. I've started another new business.
Oh, pray tell.
Well, it's a coffin sales company with 2 divisions. The one division is used coffins, and they're pretty much like new. They're a little dirty, and they have scratch marks on the inside of the cover.
Yeah.
On the inside.
The other is a brand new item that I'm going to be marketing. It's coffins with a glass top right across the cover.
Yeah.
Ask me if my company is going to be a success.
Is your company going to be a success?
Well, with the glass coffins, it remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. Get it, folks.
I got you. I don't want you, but I got you.
Well, what the hell? Go.
Who's going? Who do you want to go? Me?
Well, it's usually every week you.
Okay, in class now one day, Mr. Johnson pulled Johnny over to his desk after a test, and he said, Johnny, I have a feeling that you have been cheating on your tests.
Ooh.
But Johnny was astonished and asked Mr. Johnson to prove it. He says, well, I was looking over your test, and the question was, who was our first president? Well, the little girl that sits next to you said, George Washington. And so did you. He goes, well, so everyone knows that he was the first president. Well, just wait a minute. The next question was, who freed the slaves? And Mary put down Abraham Lincoln. And so did you. Says, well, I read the history book last night, and I remembered that. And Mr. Johnson goes, well, wait a second, wait. The next question was, who was president during the Louisiana Purchase? When Mary put down, I don't know. When you put down, me neither.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, homeless Charlie in the fog.
Well, speaking about presidents,
yeah,
President Lincoln was once approached by a woman after a political speech.
Oh.
And she said, if you were my husband, I would poison the tea. And Lincoln replied, if you were my wife, I'd gladly drink it.
Oh,
ouch.
Well, anyway, my ex-wife,
Yeah.
I found out uh, through direct contact, my ex-wife still misses me.
Oh.
But her aim is getting better and better. I'm worried. Dr. Fatpacker.
I was thinking of buying a bookstore. And the thing that I would do, though, is I would make all the mystery novels hard to find.
Hard to find.
Woohoo!
Reminds me of my old. No, I can't tell that one.
I'm sure
Okay.
it does.
Go ahead there, Charlie.
Well, I learned a long time ago that it's important to establish a good vocabulary.
Yes.
Huh.
If I had known the difference between antidote and anecdote, one of my best friends would still be alive.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh. Well, I told you I started my new business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got the idea from an ad I saw last month in Funerals Daily.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was an ad in there for burial plots. And I thought to myself, that's the last thing I need. Dr.
Oh,
Fatpacker.
well, I found out that pie can't compete with cake. You put, for example, you put candles on a cake and it's a birthday cake.
Yeah.
You put candles in a pie and somebody's drunk in the kitchen.
Drunk in the kitchen. Okay, good. That's the beauty. Homeless Charlie.
Well, talking about being drunk, the other day I noticed I was sort of getting a little belly, so I decided I was going to go on a whiskey diet. And
No.
I've lost 3 days already.
Well, I was doing some learned studying of earthquakes and the different Richter scale categories.
Oh, okay.
Found out some fascinating stuff. I found out that if you're at let's see, it is a 6.0 earthquake on the Richter scale,
Ooh,
Yeah.
hi.
that means that a very fat Jehovah's Witness is going to be tumbling off your front porch.
Oh.
Now, if the Richter scale comes out at 7.5, and if you're flossing at the same time, you're going to saw your own head off. Okay. Now,
Oh.
the last one is on the Richter scale is 8.5 or above, and you're an employee of the Richter scale company. You're going to scream out, "Holy crap!" Is what you're going to do. Dr. Fatpacker.
Boy, those are very interesting.
Thank you.
Kind of
Well, that's
shook me
awesome.
up a little bit.
Well, that is a Johnny Carson theft from 1985.
Oh, there you go. We're
Go
doing
ahead.
good at that.
Go for
So
it.
at the Super Bowl, a man looking for a place to sit, and he suddenly sees a vacant seat. He approaches the man sitting next to him and says, "Excuse me, is that seat free?" The man looked at him and he says, kind of in a broken voice, he goes, "Well, yes, it's free. It's my wife's place, and now she's gone. Oh, she's gone."
Oh,
He goes, "Well, excuse me, I didn't mean to." He says, "You see, football was our greatest passion, the thing that really united us.
yeah.
He says, we've always come to the stadium together, and together we rejoiced and hugged each other when our team scored. And I used to come with her, and now instead I have to come alone." When the man says to him, "Well, couldn't you bring a friend or a relative?" He goes, "Oh, damn them. They're all at the funeral."
Oh, whoa. Homeless Charlie in the fog. Go for it.
Well, surprisingly, I have a need right now to rehome a dog. And
Oh.
it's a small terrier, tends to bark a lot, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll go down the alley and get it for you.
Well, there was this this is the last one, by the way. There was this little lady walking down the street with 2 bags, all right? And out
Yeah.
of one of the bags, every once in a while, a $20 bill came tumbling out by mistake.
Ooh.
And a cop is watching this little old lady, and the $20 bills keep flopping out of the one bag, nothing out of the other bag. And he said, "Ma'am," he says, "you're losing your money. You may want to go back and pick it up." He says, "You got a whole bag full of $20 bills. Where'd you get them?" And he said, "Well," she said, "I live near a golf course, and there's a fence there, and there's a knot hole in the fence. And the golfers, those dirty they keep having to pee, and they put their appendage through the knot hole, and they're killing my flowers." So I decided to get back at him, right? So the next day, if somebody put his appendage through, she said, I grabbed it and I said, $20 or I'm going to nip your appendage off with my garden shears. And the cop laughed. He says, "So that's where you got all the $21 bills?" She said, "Yes." And he says, "Well, okay." He says, "Go find your $20 bills. By the way, what's in the other bag?" And she said, "Well, some of them didn't pay." Oh! Anyway, that's it. We're done, but we're not done because Dr. Fatpacker, I'm scratching my ear, has a point of conversation just for the three of us. Go.
Oh, well, here we go. So let's imagine this. You're a pilot for a large airline, and then most of the passengers are asleep. On the cabin lights are down low.
Yes.
All of a sudden, one of the passengers sees sparks and flames coming out of one of the four engines. Well, what do you say to the passengers to calm them down? They're homeless, Charlie? What would you say?
Oh, I would say, folks, everyone relaxed. I guarantee you this is not a Boeing.
Oh.
Or a Boeing.
Boing.
Boing.
That was a good movie, too.
Well, thank God, Charlie, you didn't give my answer.
Oh, what is your answer there, Comedy Thief?
If I'm the pilot, I would come back and say, folks, take it easy, relax. He says, we have had some quality problems, and the other three engines are not that good either. So I want you to repeat after me, our Father, who art in heaven. An oldie but a goodie. What would you do?
Very good. Well, I would come out and I'd say, well, good evening. As some of you may have noticed, one of our four engines is having a problem. This plane can easily and safely land on just three engines. So you will be completely safe. If you wish, go back to sleep and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
Well, there you go. Okay, we're done. We're out of here. It's been so great seeing you. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Gosh darn it. We invite a famous celebrity to be on our very next video. And Dr. Fatpacker, who should we invite?
Yeah. I've always liked this lady. She was in Misery when she was in the Titanic.
Yes.
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
I think she was the owner of the Bates Motel, I think, but I don't know for sure.
I wasn't sure she was still alive. She's 75 years old.
Yeah, she's still alive. Yeah.
Yeah. Kathy, you're going to be on our very next Funny Old Guys video. So you have to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Kathy, gosh darn it, if you don't check in 24 hours, you're going into the trash bin. So this is the comment. I think I hurt myself. This is the comedy thing. Saying goodbye and farewell. Pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his goodbye and his farewell.
Well, off me to saying, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Listen, before you leave, if you could do us a big favor, go down to the bottom and subscribe. There we go, right there. That would be very nice and we'd appreciate it. But, also, if you want to tell your friends about us, which would be a very good idea, you could let them know by sending us an email at funnyoldguys@gmail.com, when we will send you one of these fancy dancy business cards, Funny Old Guys. There we go. When it has our YouTube address on it. Yeah, that's the one. And we will send those to you. You can pass them out to your friends and you can all laugh together. Yes.
Anyway, Homeless Charlie, say goodbye and farewell to the stray dogs and stray cats of America.
Goodbye and farewell to the stray dogs and stray cats in America.
Everybody wave goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. We're out of here. We'll see you down the road.